As I record this program, I do want to give you a friendly reminder that we need to make sure our audio and video are disabled at all times, unless you want to appear in the recording, of course, but I doubt very many do. Also, anything put into the chat will not be in the recording. Kristen, I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing, and you're free to take over.
Okay, good morning, everyone. Hello, it's nice to be here again. Let me just set my computer. Okay, great. I hope you all can hear me. So as always, we'll just start by sitting in our chair. Sit up nice and tall with your feet about hip width distance apart and roll your shoulders down and back. Let's start by closing our eyes and just become grounded here. Take a big breath in and let it out slowly. Become aware of how your body feels sitting in your chair, how your feet feel flat on the floor, how your shoulders feel as you roll them down away from your ears, how your palms feel against your legs. And then imagine that I just have the top of your head and I'm just slightly stretching the top of your head up toward the ceiling. See if you can lengthen up just a tiny bit more. Take a big breath in and let it out slowly. You may keep your eyes closed or you may open them, whichever one you prefer. Interlace your fingers behind your head, keep your elbows out wide, and just gently tuck your chin into your chest. Feel the stretch in the back of your neck, maybe going down between your shoulder blades. Every inhalation, lift up a little bit more out of your waist. And then every exhalation, see if you can gently pull your chin a little bit more towards your towards your chest, excuse me. Slowly come up, take your left hand over your head toward your ear, stretch your right arm out to the right. It helps to kind of look up a little bit. This will keep your form of your chin in your chest. And then as you exhale, just gently pull your ear towards your shoulder, being mindful that your shoulder is not holding any tension at all. It's relaxed and down. And you're just gently guiding your ear towards your shoulder, feeling the stretch on the side of your neck. Switch to the other side. So now right hand over your head toward your ear. Stretch your left arm out to the left. Gently looking up toward the ceiling. Pull your ear toward your shoulder. Move with your breath. Remember the inhalations you lift. The exhalations you go for flexibility. And slowly come up. We'll do a side body stretch. So holding onto the edge of your chair or your armrest, if that feels better for you, take your left arm, bring it out with your palm facing up, and stretch your left arm up toward the ceiling. Gently guide your left arm over to the right, feeling the stretch on the side of your body. We're going to repeat this as we stand soon, but right now we're just going to do it while seated. When we stand, if you are unable to stand, you're going to do the same thing when we stand. Take a big breath in, lift your chest. As you exhale, pull your arm up and over. And now we'll work into a twist. So keep that same arm, bring it either to the outer edge of your chair or the outer edge of your knee, whichever one works best for you. Take your right hand, bring it back behind you. As you inhale, pull up out of your waist, draw the belly in. And as you exhale, look over your shoulder, twist. So imagine, again, you're stretching your spine up toward the ceiling, but then as you exhale, you work it into a twist as well. Also, too, you might feel a nice openness in this back shoulder here. Look over your shoulder, twist. One more big breath in, stretch up. Breathe out, look over your shoulder and twist. And we'll repeat on the other side. So now left hand holding onto your armrest of your chair, right arm palm facing up. Inhale, look up, and exhale, pull your arm up and over, this time to the left. Feel the stretch on the right-hand side of your body. Big breath to lift your chest. Exhale, pull. Another inhale. As you exhale, bring your arm around you, either to the outside of your knee or the outer edge of your chair. Left hand back behind you, grabbing the back edge of your chair. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, look over your shoulder twist. Now you feel the openness in the front of your left shoulder. Inhale, stretch up, pull your belly in. Exhale, look over your shoulder twist. And untwist. Come back through the center. Let's work on some circulation. So first, sitting up nice and tall, let's roll out our wrists. So big rolls with your wrists. First, inward if that feels good for you, letting your fingers get involved as well. And then reverse the direction. And then again, working on our flexibility, on our circulation, and also on your proprioception, go ahead and place your fingers of each hand, and you're just going to do finger taps. So thumb to index finger, thumb to middle finger, thumb to ring finger, thumb to pinky finger. And then we'll reverse. Thumb to pinky finger, ring finger, middle finger, index finger. One more time. Index finger, middle finger, squeeze, ring finger, and pinky finger. And release. Wiggle your fingers out, and now we'll work into our neck. So neck rolls, tuck your chin into your chest. Feel free to close your eyes. It's nice to do that. And then roll one direction. Take your time, go slowly. Feel the stretch in the back of the neck and then the sides of the neck. You might feel a little few pops, and that's normal. Observe how your body feels, and then reverse in the opposite direction. You'll also notice if you do any of these postures or sequences at the end of your day, you'll also notice that your body feels usually a lot different at the end of the day than it does at the beginning. And come back up through the center. And now we'll do some shoulder rolls. So big rolls forward with your shoulders. Really exaggerate the motion. So as you pull your shoulders forward, imagine or feel the back stretch. As you pull your shoulders back, feel the front, the chest stretch. Deepen your breath as you do this. And now we'll reverse. So now big rolls backward. Same attention to how big the rolls are. Great. And now we're going to do rolls with our waist. So sit a little bit forward in your chair. Place your hands on your knees with your palms facing down. We're going to roll our waist forward and really concave your body as you go back. Pull your chest forward as you go forward. Pull your belly in as you go back. You'll feel the stretch in the back. As you go to the side, you'll feel it in the side of your body. As you go forward, you'll feel it in your chest. And then reverse. As you go backward, you exhale. So inhale, chest forward. Exhale, pull back. One more inhale, chest forward. Exhale, concave. And come back up with a straight spine. And now finally, we're going to do, or not finally because we still have our ankles, but we're going to do our hips. So interlace your fingers over your left knee, and we're going to do big rolls with our knee, big circles. So first, let's go inward. So big circles inward. Try to make those circles as big as possible. So we're moving out the hip joint, getting that synovial fluid going. 3, 4, and 5. And now let's reverse. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's do the other side. Another thing that I forgot to mention, your leg is simply passive here. It's hanging. Pull your belly up and in. And then as you do this and you guide, it's an arm workout as well. So you're using your arms to guide those circles. That's 2, 3, 4, and 5. And they may not be big circles, and that's fine. Now let's go outward. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Place your knee back down. Finally, the ankles. So look down at your feet, lift them up, and we're going to do rolls outward first. So big rolls outward with your ankles. It's also a little bit of a leg workout as you're lifting your legs up. 2, 3, 4, 5, and now reverse. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So we systematically went from the head all the way down to the feet. All right, plant your feet down and let's do a couple of standing postures. So that side body stretch that I spoke about, remember, if you're seated, if you're unable to stand or unwilling or don't want to stand, then you just do the same thing that we did in the chair. If you would like, you're going to stand. Now, depending on your balance today, if you stand with your feet together, it's a little bit more challenging for your balance. If you stand with your feet hip width distance apart, it's a little bit easier. So you choose what you would like to do today. I'm going to shift my computer just a little bit so I think you can see me a little bit better. Okay. All right. So I'll stand with feet hip width distance apart. Lift up all 10 toes and place them back down on the ground. Inhale, stretch your arms up over your head. Grab your right wrist with your left hand. Take a big breath, stretch up, breathe out, pull your arm up and over. Just like we did sitting in the chair, gently look up toward the ceiling. And with your left hand, you're gently guiding your arm up and over. Now you're feeling a side body stretch. As you push your hips out, you'll feel it go all the way down through your hip and your outer thigh. Take a big breath in, lift your chest. As you exhale, pull. Let's do the other side. So now, right wrist with your left hand. Inhale, stretch up, pull the belly in. Exhale, pull your arm up and over. Again, looking up gently toward the ceiling. This will establish a gap between your chin and your chest. Also, too, you're not rounding forward. You're lifting up, also working on your posture at the same time that you're working on the flexibility of the side body. Take a big breath in, push your hip out a little bit more, and slowly come up. Arms down by your side. Roll your shoulders back, pull your belly up and in. So remember our posture in these sequences, lower belly up and in, squeeze the glutes slightly, stretch up out of your waist as tall as you possibly can, and then shoulders down and back. Notice if your chin is jutting forward, gently guide your chin back and feel that same thing. So we're relieving pressure as we pull the belly in and squeeze the glutes, relieving pressure out of the lower back. As you slightly tuck your chin in, just slightly, you're relieving pressure in your neck, your cervical spine. So stretch up as tall as you can. Use your muscles to hold your spine up. That's what it's all about. And now we'll go into some balancing postures. Remember, you could hold on to the chair if you would like. Hopefully, as we proceed throughout these classes, your balance gets a little bit better and better and better. Shift your weight to your right leg, push your right big toe down. You can have a slight bend in your knee, but see if you can contract this thigh muscle. And then go ahead and lift your left knee up, just like we did while we were sitting in the chair, except for now you only hold your knee with one hand. Find one spot on the floor that's not moving and glue your eyes to that spot. If you're feeling like you want the challenge, you can put your hand on your hip, always knowing that that chair is there if you need that balance. Take a big breath in. Exhale, open out slowly to the side. And then slowly come back to the center. See if you can hold that leg out there without holding your knee. Hold 3, 2, and 1. Drop it down. Other side. Shift your weight to your left leg. Push your left big toe down. Contract the left thigh muscle. Slight bend. When you're ready, right knee up. Hold your knee, or remember you can hold the chair. And also too, remember you can go to the other side of your chair so that you can hold your knee and hold your chair at the same time. Take a big breath in. Exhale, open out to the side. Hold it there. Slowly come back to the center. See if you can hold it out there. 3, 2, 1, and drop it down. All right, tree pose. Come back to the right side. Push your right big toe down. Remember, if you're just starting out, you can go to your ankle. If you want to go further, you can go to your calf. If you have any kids with you, they can probably go all the way up to their thigh. So you choose. If you're in the chair, you're sitting down and you're placing your foot on your calf muscle, opening up the hip. Hands together in the center of your chest. Again, find that spot to focus on. Breathe evenly in and out through your nose. As you inhale, slowly stretch your arms, and that will challenge your balance. Let it out. As you inhale, slowly look up toward the ceiling. And release. Other side. Remember, you can go to the other side of your chair if you need to. Shift your weight to your left leg. Right foot, kickstand, calf, or all the way up to your thigh. And again, if you're in your chair, you stay with your foot on your calf. Hands together. Breath in and out. Slowly grow your branches. And then slowly look up. And release. Before we go back to our chair, we'll do a couple of warrior postures, working on the strength and stability of the lower half of the body. So for the warrior posture for this one, keep your right leg forward and your left leg back. So it's a lunge. In these warriors, you want your right foot in line with your right hip. You want your left foot in line with your left hip. So and that way your hips can be square toward the front of the room. If they're not square, that's okay. Make sure you can see your toes in front of your knee, and that means that you're not bending your knee too much way over your toes, destabilizing the joint. You want your joint stacked, your ankle and your knee in one line. Remember, you can go as deep in this warrior as you want, in a deep lunge if you want more. If you have a deep lunge, you're having more of a stretch through the back leg, more working on the front leg. If you go a little bit less, totally fine choice. It's just a little bit less stretch, a little bit less work. Absolutely a good choice to make, especially if you're newer. Arms stretching up over your head. So warrior one is always arms up over your head. Take a big breath in. As you breathe out, open up warrior two. Right arm forward, left arm back. We're going to move with our breath from warrior one to warrior two 3 more times. Inhale, arms up, stretch up. Exhale, open your arms, warrior two. Inhale, arms up, stretch up. Exhale, open your arms, warrior two. Inhale, arms up, stretch up. Exhale, open up, warrior two. And come back through. We'll do the other side. So now left leg stays forward, right leg stays back. Same paying attention on this side, right? Left heel in line with the left hip, right heel in line with the right hip. Square your hips. Make sure you can see your toes. Inhale, arms up over your head. So we'll do this 4 times, just like we did on the other side. Inhale. Exhale, open up, warrior two. Inhale, arms up, stretch up. Exhale, warrior two. Moving through the shoulders, keeping the arms stable. Inhale, arms up, stretch up. Exhale, open up, warrior two. Last one, inhale, arms up, stretch up. Exhale, open up, warrior two. And slowly come on back up. All right, we'll go back in our chair. Come back through to seated. So working the lower half of your body, as always, because this is yoga, synchronizing the movements of our body with our breath. We'll do a little bit of core work, and then we'll end with our stretches. So for the core work, which I always like to do, is the eagle pose. So you can take your right leg over your left leg and squeeze your legs together. As you squeeze your legs together, you may notice that you're recruiting your inner thigh muscles to make that happen. So it's an active posture. We're not just hanging out loose. We're squeezing everything in. Also, too, depending on where you hold tightness, you might already feel a stretch through the outer thighs in this one, which I do. If you don't, that just means your outer thighs aren't tight, and that's fine. But don't be alarmed if you're already feeling stretching here as well. So you're going to feel a contraction through the inner thighs, a stretching through the outer thighs. And now we're going to work on the upper half of the body. Arms out like cactus arms, and bring your right arm under your left arm. Now, if you can make your little beak like this, like trying to bring your hands together, you're welcome to do so. Or you can grab your shoulders, right? And that's what I'm going to do today. So grabbing your shoulders, you work your hands up, and hopefully you'll feel a stretch through the rhomboids, right in between the shoulder blades as you make this. Now, not only are we getting a stretch through the outer hips and the upper back, Now we're going to work on our core. So squeeze your legs together, take a big breath, look up. As you exhale, crunch in and touch your elbow to your knee. Try your best to make that contact 3 times. Inhale, look up, stretch up. And exhale, crunch in, pull your belly in, touch your elbow to your knee as best you can. Inhale, look up, stretch up. And exhale, crunch in. And release. Let your arms go, let your legs go. Shake everything out a little bit and we'll do the other side. Left leg over your right leg. Again, not content just to relax. Squeeze in, hug everything in. Arms out like cactus arms. Left arm under your right arm. Make your beat, grab your shoulders. Really think about creating space between those 2 shoulder blades. Here we go. Inhale, look up, stretch up. Exhale, crunch your elbow to your knee. Inhale, look up, stretch up. Exhale, crunch in. Inhale, look up, stretch up. Exhale, crunch in. And release. Roll your shoulders out. Shake out your legs. And then we're going to finally end with a boat pose, which we do just about every class, at least the ones that I'm leading. So for a boat pose, I'll go to the side so you can see my body from the side. And we're going to do several different versions of this. I'm going to get the pillow out of the way so the pillow doesn't help me. You're going to come forward slightly into your chair so that when you lean back, your back does not touch the chair. The back of the chair is not going to help you. First, from right here, we're just going to work on some marches. So I like to come up on my toes. You can hold on to your chair for balance. Be mindful that the lower back isn't coming into place. So everything is happening right here with the belly. And ready, you're going to lift one knee up and switch. And we'll do 2 sets, or we'll do 5 sets on each side. Ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And come back down, relax. So depending on where weakness might be in your body, you might feel it in your lower belly. You might feel it in your hip flexors, these muscles in front of your hips. If you're like me, you might feel it in both, and that's a good thing. So we're strengthening those muscles, which improve your posture and help with lower back issues. All right, you are welcome to continue with that marching one at a time, or you can follow me into a little bit more of a challenging pose, which is the boat pose. So you're going to lean back slightly, and this time you're going to put your hands underneath your knees. If that doesn't feel good, you keep going with the marching and pause when you need to. So you hold back on your knees, roll your shoulders down and back, and maybe your legs come up a little bit wider, and then you can let your arms go or stay holding and hold 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come on back down. All right, shake your legs out. We're going to stretch those muscles that we just worked in just a second. We'll do one more set. Again, you can follow me with the toe tap if you would like. Lean back slightly, hands underneath your knees, belly in. So pull your belly in as tight as you can, squeeze your legs together. And then if you're ready, hands let go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax back down. All right, awesome. Now let's stretch those muscles. So staying forward in your chair just a little bit. You don't want to fall off your chair, but you want your hips slightly forward. Shift your body over to the left. Stretch your right leg back behind you. So you can see my knee is slightly bent. I'm going to hold on to the back of the chair with my left hand and bring my right arm up and over. If you squeeze these back muscles here, squeeze your glutes and push your hips forward, you'll increase the stretch from the hip flexors into the belly. And then pull your arm toward the back of the room. Take a big breath in. Exhale it out. And release. We'll do the other side. So now you're just going to shift sides. Right leg out, left leg back behind you. Squeeze those glutes. Hold on to the back of the chair with your right hand, and then left arm up and over. Big breath in and out. Inhale, slowly come back up through to center. come back to the middle. And then with those eagle crunches, we were stretching the outside of our legs, but we're also going to do a deeper stretch right now with our seated pigeon pose. So keep your right leg up and place your ankle on top of your knee. Depending on your flexibility, your knee may come way up. That's absolutely okay. Or your knee may fall a little bit out to the side. Everyone is different. However, you never want to force this posture. We're going to move with our breath, and you will find at every exhalation, your knee will probably, or your hip will probably open up a little bit more, which means your knee will come down a little bit more. But you never ever force it. Just go with your breath. Flex your foot. That should protect your knee. Sit up nice and tall. So no rounding, shoulders down and back, belly in. Take a big breath in. As you exhale, see how far you can fold over your leg. It may just be a little bit. It may be a lot. You should feel this in the outer hip as well as the lower back stretching. Pull your chest forward. Keep your neck nice and long. Big breath in. Exhale, come down. Slowly come up, and we'll switch to the other side. Right foot down, left foot up, flex your foot, and you'll notice imbalances, right? So on this side, my knee comes further up than on the other side, and that's normal. Pull up out of your waist, shoulders down and back, neck long, and slowly fold. Use your breath. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, fold. Inhale and exhale. And slowly come up. Now we're going to work a little bit into the front of the shoulders before we end here. So take your right hand and bring it back behind you. Your palm should be facing out. It doesn't matter how far you can go back. Now, if you can take your left hand and reach back and grab your hand, great. If you cannot, you just keep your hand back like this, your arm back. Now lift your chin up and tilt your head slightly over to about a 45-degree angle. In doing so, you're going to feel a nice stretch, hopefully a nice stretch, in the side of your neck. If you can hold on to your hand, you're just gently pulling the hand over, increasing the stretch. Close your eyes if that feels good. This is one you can definitely take with you and use at your desk anytime you need to. Big breath in and out. And we'll do the other side. Left hand back behind you, palm facing out. If you can grab your wrist, grab your wrist. Look up, then tilt your chin slightly to a 45-degree angle. Noticing the stretch in the side of your neck, working all the way down into the shoulder. Close your eyes if that feels good. Take a big breath in and out. Release. And finally, let's do a chest opener. So hold the back of your chair. Make sure you're firmly sitting in the chair and stable. And then pull your chest forward and look up toward the ceiling. You should feel a nice openness through the front of the chest and the shoulders, which is what we need. Look up toward the ceiling. Open your chest, open your throat, open the front of your shoulders. And release. Come back through. Sit down in your chair. Scooch back slightly, sitting up nice and tall. We're going to finish it off with just, scooch forward a little bit. We're going to finish it off with some back of the leg stretching. So now kick your right heel out, pull your toes back toward your face. Depending on your flexibility, you might already feel a stretch in the back of the legs, and that's what we're going for. Holding on to your chair if you need to. It's going to be the opposite leg, opposite arm, and then reach down toward your toes. You might be able to touch your toes. You might not, and that's okay. You can put your hand on your shin. Just make sure your leg is as straight as you can get. Your spine is as straight as you can get, and you're walking your foot down. Feeling a huge stretch in the back of that leg there. Take a big breath in and exhale. Come on back up, other side. So bend that knee. And now left heel out, toes pointing back toward your face. Hold on to the chair for stability. You don't want to fall off. And then opposite leg, opposite arm pull. And again, here you'll notice that one side will be a little bit more flexible than the other. Inhale, pull your chest forward. Exhale, walk your hand down. Feel the stretch in the back of the leg. And release. Come back through. Okay, we'll end with a breathing exercise. This is called 4-square breathing. I believe that we've done it before. We're going to do 3 breaths this way. 4-square breathing is a great way, one, to calm and focus your mind. So if any time in a point of stress or anxiety, you feel like you can't get a good grip on where your mind is going, 4-square breathing really helps with that. Also, too, there's an element of holding your breath. And so that actually helps to increase your lung capacity. However, if holding your breath feels uncomfortable for you, then you ignore me completely and just focus on even inhalations and even exhalations. We never want you to feel uncomfortable in these breathing exercises. That kind of defeats the point of the breathing exercises. So we want it to be comfortable. What we're going to do, and the reason why it's called 4-square, is because you're going to breathe in as I count to 4. You're going to hold as I count to 4. You're going to breathe out as I count to 4. And you're going to hold as I count to 4. So visually, you are making a square with your breath, right? If it doesn't feel good for you, then you just breathe in for 4 and breathe out for 4. Breathe in for 4 and breathe out for 4. Okay, that's the modification. Roll your shoulders down and back, sit up nice and tall, close your eyes. Take a big breath in to get ready. And breathe out. And begin. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. And take a big breath in and let it out. And now lean back in your chair. Make yourself comfortable, however that feels for you. Maybe get out the kinks, roll your shoulders down and back. Hopefully your body feels a little bit looser, more comfortable, more stable. Your breath is more regular. Your shoulders are relaxed. There's no tension in your neck or your shoulders. And then just use that movement that we just did for the past 35 minutes and apply it to your body right here. Let it just melt into your chair. Sometimes this is what we do with kids, and I find that it's effective with adults as well. And it's a little visualization technique that we're going to do while we're resting here. So imagine, if you will, that you are floating on a cloud. And right now, that dense cloud is hovering just a few inches above the ground. Take a big breath in, fill up completely. And as you fill up your entire body with air, that cloud is going to rise. And then as you exhale, your body is going to sink a little deeper into the cloud. That cloud will be as deep as you need. Inhale, fill up your entire body and feel that cloud rise up off the earth a little bit higher. And then exhale, feel your body sink into that soft cloud just a little bit more. Inhale, fill up your body completely. Feel your cloud rise above the earth a little bit higher. Exhale, feel your body sink into that cloud a little bit deeper. Every point of your body is being enveloped and held up by that cloud. Inhale, highest point. Exhale, sink into that deep cloud. Relax your toes. Relax your ankles. Relax your calves. Take a big breath in. Let it out. Relax your knees. Relax your thighs. Relax your hips. Big breath in. Long breath out. Relax your belly. Relax your lower back. Relax your chest. Big breath in. Let it out. Relax your shoulders. Relax your arms, your elbows, your forearms all the way down to your fingertips. Relax your neck. Relax your jaw. Relax your cheeks. Relax your forehead. Relax your scalp. Interlace your fingers and then gently stretch them over your head. And then slowly sit upright. I hope you enjoyed today's session of the chair yoga class. Please bring your hands, palms together in the center of your chest. Take a big breath in. Let it out. All that is good within me honors and is grateful for all that is good within you. Together we say, Namaste.